Let's face it, huge bridges, high-speed rail systems, and towering buildings are common mental images when people consider enormous infrastructure projects. Still, the Hampton Roads Bridge-Tunnel Expansion is a huge building project altering the scenery subtly along the United States East Coast. Is the HRBT expansion important? And if so, what is it? In order to better understand the magnitude of this mega project, let us dissect it into its component parts. The heart of the HRBT expansion, Hampton Roads. The Hampton Roads Bridge-Tunnel is an essential component of the transportation network in southeastern Virginia. Everyone from commuters and visitors to freight trucks rely on this route, hence its significance is paramount. Connecting the Hampton Roads area, home to one of the East Coast's largest ports across 3 miles of water, the HRBT is an important artery for regional and national trade and business. The HRBT has long exceeded its capacity, having been planned with only 4 lanes before the enlargement. Every day, over 100,000 vehicles use it, which is significantly more than what the original tunnels were intended to handle. Congestion via the tunnel, particularly around rush hour, has grown infamous. The HRBT can be an incredibly difficult drive at peak hours, as anyone who has attempted it can attest. Because of the bottlenecks, the transportation corridor is less efficient, which in turn increases air pollution, slows traffic, and wears down the roads. Then, how can we fix this? By increasing the current bridge tunnel system's capacity by a factor of 2, the HRBT expansion project hopes to address these issues and be ready for future demand. Justification for the HRBT expansion. Congestion and poor traffic flow are 2 problems that the HRBT expansion aims to fix in the Hampton Roads region. More cars will be able to pass through quickly because the project is going to increase the number of lanes from 4 to 8. Travel times would be drastically reduced, making it easier for enterprises and commuters to reach their destinations. The expansion's capacity to enhance traffic circulation over the long run is a crucial component. The HRBT expansion will make the tunnel ready to meet future demand, which is predicted to increase in the next few years due to the region's population and traffic volume. Not only will this development increase regional connections, but it will also speed travel to and from the Port of Virginia, one of the busiest ports on the East Coast, and make it easier to travel between major cities like Norfolk, Hampton, and Virginia Beach. Breaking down the construction, cutting edge, tunnels and technologies. Building new tunnels beneath the primary shipping channels of the Hampton Roads Harbour is an integral part of the HRBT expansion, which goes beyond merely adding lanes. The new tunnels will be dug using sophisticated tunnel boring machines, a very technical and intricate process. The project team has employed a specialized tunnel boring machine called Mary to do the task. To build the tunnels required to extend the current infrastructure, this enormous machine is engineered to cut into the ocean floor. The extension can be finished without affecting the shipping lanes, which are important to the regional economy, owing to this new method. With the addition of the 2-lane additional tunnels, the HRBT will have 8 lanes in total. While the new tunnels will serve eastbound traffic, the old ones will be refurbished and repurposed to serve solely westbound traffic. With this change, we hope to improve traffic flow and make the area easier to navigate. Boring operations for the new tunnels were successfully finished in September 2025, which was a major milestone in the project. Final systems such as lighting, ventilation, electrical, and safety measures are now the focus of construction to guarantee that the tunnels will be ready for use by the anticipated completion date. Magnitude of the HRBT growth. Take a look at the numbers and the logistics required to get a feel for the magnitude of this project. At $3.8 billion, the HRBT expansion is an enormous effort. Major road upgrades will be made along the 9-mile project route that begins at the bridge and ends at the tunnel. The extension includes a widened segment of I-64, new bridges, elevated highways, and tunnel boring. By decreasing the frequency of accidents caused by bottlenecks and congestion, this will greatly enhance traffic flow and safety. To lessen the toll that building will take on the local ecology, the project will incorporate environmental safeguards. The HRBT expansion is among the most massive and intricate infrastructure projects that Virginia has ever seen. Businesses and residents alike will reap the economic benefits of the project's improved daily commutes and overall economic outlook. When will it be completed? That is the question. With meticulous planning, the HRBT expansion schedule will fulfill the increasing need for efficient transportation without drastically altering daily journeys. Beginning in 2018, construction has progressed steadily, with roughly 70% of the work finished by late 2025. By September 2025, the monumental task of drilling the 2 new tunnels was completed, and the final system installations are now a fast-track priority. Just a few years from now, in February 2027, the project is anticipated to have reached substantial completion. When finished, the HRBT expansion will be an ultra-modern facility that will make traveling between Norfolk and Hampton a breeze. The new infrastructure can be open to traffic in stages, with each portion being developed and open to traffic as it is finished, according to the expected timeframe. With meticulous planning, local traffic will be little disrupted and the neighborhood will remain accessible during development. Why does this project matter? Why is the HRBT expansion a game changer for the whole East Coast? Not just Virginia. The effects on transportation and the economy provide the key. The Port of Virginia, one of the country's largest ports, is located in the Hampton Roads area, making it an important commercial and military center. Improving access to the port, crucial for international trade, and easing congestion are 2 primary goals of the HRBT project. Businesses on a local and national level alike stand to gain from faster transit options, which in turn boost the economy. Travel times between important cities in southern Virginia will be reduced because of the expansion, which will also benefit regional mobility. By improving the speed and reliability of transit between Norfolk, Hampton, and Virginia Beach, the HRBT expansion will also help local businesses and attract more tourists. The local economy and hospitality sector will benefit from an influx of tourists as a result of this. New approaches and obstacles. There are several difficulties with the HRBT expansion. The project team has overcome many challenges to keep the tunnel building on schedule, which is no easy task in the middle of a busy shipping corridor. This has been made easier with the introduction of state-of-the-art equipment such as the tunnel boring machine Mary. Nevertheless, there have been substantial obstacles, including environmental effects, safety worries, and logistical problems. Enforcing stringent safety rules and environmental mitigation measures, the project has resolved these challenges. Improvements in traffic management and new building methods have also kept the project on track. An essential piece of infrastructure, the HRBT expansion will affect millions of people in Virginia and around the East Coast, making it far more than a mere tunnel construction project. This project has the potential to revolutionize transportation in the region by reducing congestion, increasing efficiency, and strengthening regional connectivity. With monotonous operations wrapped up and the project projected to wrap up in 2027, the Hampton Roads Bridge-Tunnel Expansion is poised to become a transportation megaproject that will shape the United States for years to come. Outro. This concludes our exploration of the HRBT expansion project for the day. This massive undertaking has the potential to improve transportation in Virginia and put an end to traffic jams. Like, subscribe, and share if you are interested in learning more or following the HRBT expansion's development. Goodbye for the time being.